Hi guys, it's Savannah
And Bryce.
from So You Married a Nerd. So we're continuing our little mini-series on planning your vacation, and today we're going to go over where you should stay when you go to Disney. Where you stay is actually one of the more expensive, one of the most expensive.
It is the most expensive cost.
Yes. So it's kind of important to figure that out, I think, first, almost, after you figure out how long you're going to stay. But actually, where you stay might impact how long you stay, too.
It's very true.
Depending on what you end up paying.
Yes.
So one of the first things we want to talk about is whether or not you should stay on property. There's so many options when you're looking at where to stay.
Both on and off property.
Right. Disney has quite a few hotels that are considered on property. There's also some non-Disney hotels that are kind of on property.
No, there are some that are actually on property. They're actually not run by Disney.
Right.
The two biggest famous ones that you'll hear are the Swan and Dolphin. They're two separate hotels right across from each other. But the good part about those is they still use the internal Disney transportation system.
Right. And in addition to those, there are other ones that are technically not Disney, and technically you don't get any of the benefits, but they are in close proximity, which is in itself is a benefit. Yeah. One of the options you have is actually staying off property, which means that you're not going to be staying on a property that's owned by Disney. It may still be close enough to the parks where it may not be an issue for you. One of the benefits for staying off property is that a lot of times these end up being cheaper. If you're trying to go on a budget vacation, this might be the best option for you. One of the things you have to keep in mind, however, is transportation may or may not be provided depending on the hotel that you're staying at. That's definitely one of the things I would research.
Yes.
Some people actually prefer to have a rental car. However, please remember that you will have to pay for parking at the parks in addition to the cost of your ticket and the cost of the hotel.
Yeah, and the cost of parking right now is $20, and that is once a day. Now, also with the buses that take you from some hotels, some of them only run early morning and late evening. So in the middle of the day, you're kind of stuck there. That's not all of them, but that's some of them. So you really do your research into it.
That may or may not be a problem, however, because Disney's transportation is so good. Once you actually get into the parks or onto property as far as like Disney Springs, you will still be able to utilize the bus. They don't actually check to see if you have park tickets or check to see if you're staying on property. Anybody who wants to can use the transportation system in Disney.
Now, if you stay on property, there's 3 different tier levels of hotels. You have the value resorts, you have the moderates, and you have the deluxe. So, and each one is a step up in price. Now, each resort itself is varied in price. The cheapest ones are the value resorts, and the cheaper ones out of that are the all-star resorts. I believe there's 3 of them now. Those are typically around $100 a night. Then once you get all the way up to the deluxe resorts, the most expensive one will be the Grand Floridian, and that is literally just across the way from Magic Kingdom. You can get there monorail, boat, or bus, and it's upwards of $650 a night. One night, $650. So there's a wide range for staying on property. The biggest benefit right off the bat is if you fly into the Orlando airport, you can use what's called Disney's Magical Express. This is free transportation from the airport straight to any of the resorts you're staying at on property. Also on top of that, you don't have to pick up your bags at the airport. Literally, you just get off the plane, get on your bus straight to your resort, your bags magically appear in your room later. It's fantastic.
That's really cool because you just start your vacation as soon as you get off the plane.
Immediately.
So it's already stress-free for you. You just go straight on. You can go straight to the parks if you want. Once you check in your hotel, you can go down to Disney Springs, do some shopping, and your bags will show up later. On top of that, you still do get all the benefits of staying on property that Disney offers, and that's going to be the Disney transportation, which is going to be access to the bus, the boats, and the monorail. You're going to get the extra magic hours, which is extra hours in the park, either before or after, when other people will not be allowed in. Since you're staying at a resort on Disney property, you'll get to take advantage of that. And of course, the other thing is the Disney customer service. Us personally, we always stay on property for a couple of reasons. We really like being immersed in the Disney experience. I did stay off property once when I went on a trip when I was younger with my family, and I can tell you even back then, I really didn't like being in Disney and being like surrounded by all this amazing stuff and then having to go back to a really sad, boring hotel room. It's kind of a letdown instead of being able just to stay inside the magic. The other thing is, you can't. We talk about it a lot, but you can't really beat the Disney service.
No.
And the Disney, they just make you feel like you're at home while you're there. So
they really do.
To us, where we stay is actually a big part of our vacation. Not just a place to sleep, but actually kind of the whole feel and vibe for it. Again, it's up to you. If budget is more important to you, then I would definitely look at staying off property. Just be sure to research, read reviews, and make sure that your transportation's covered and that hopefully you won't run into any surprises staying off property.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. My name's Bryce.
Savannah.
Like and subscribe.
Okay, bye.